All right. Part 11, guys. Looks like we got a few people waiting in here already. All right. Hey, guys. Okay, so last night, I think the last thing that happened, we got called to Aragon's war here against Morocco, which is a little bit unfortunate because, well, we have a couple provinces to give over here. That's not a huge deal. We were able to give all of this stuff to the Livonians, so that's cool. So the question is, how hard do we help here? This is against Morocco and the Mamluks, but the Latin Empire is not in this, so, and we're not the war leader. So that would make this whole thing pretty tricky. I guess we could just mark these of interest and maybe get them and hand them off, or we just do our own war. I'm kind of leaning towards just doing our own war. And I think Aragon 104... I think between Aragon and like some of our subjects, they should be fine. So I'm thinking Spain. And then maybe Portugal. I think it's because no one else has any interest in them. CPHP. Like, if somebody else had these marked as yellow, I don't think we could do that. But since nobody cares, since they're grayed out. Whereas, let's look at one. No, Aragon doesn't care. So they probably would give them to us. So see these ones that, like, Aragon has marked? If we were to try that... Wait, we actually can mark them? How's that? How's that? I didn't think we should be able to do that. Aragon views this as a vital interest. Here we go. Okay, we're doing a different one. That's like Portugal stuff. We can't set this one because a war allies already claimed it. Yeah, that's what I thought would happen. And let's just take a quick look here. So I'd say we're doing decently well in like Southern Europe, and then Northern Europe is kind of a different story as far as the theocracy part. And conversion-wise, not too bad, although this all this Lithuanian land is going to need to be converted. But I'm thinking we go Spain because we're going to have to wait Kong out. So that's going to be like minimum 5 years. Let's head that way. And then maybe while we wait for Kong, we help out with Morocco and stuff. Oh yeah, I was going to give some land to them. Yeah, that's right. We were about to do that, and then we got called to war. At least we can convert this for them, I guess. Yeah, we were gonna give the Low Countries to those guys. It's kind of funny if you think about it. These guys were just like a one province, you know, Catholic theocracy, and then out of nowhere the Pope says, hey, you know, we want to give you what is this, 5 high dev provinces and the rest of the region. Like, it's your lucky day. Did we ally them? Yes, we did. Okay, that's fine. Or no, that was Avignon. Why does Avignon have 40k sitting on Liège? Okay, we did ally them though. So are these troops, is this a custom model for Avignon? Because doesn't this look different? Have you guys ever seen this rifleman? They probably are stuck from the last war, but I don't know if I've ever seen this unit model before. Does Avignon get their own unique models? Because if so, that's pretty wild. That is like a really minor tag to be getting unique models. But sometimes Paradox does that stuff. I mean, we saw Iceland with a bunch of unique stuff, and they're not even in the game in 1444. Actually, we got to go all the way back. I was thinking Black Flag would be resolved in a subject, and these guys aren't subjects anymore. These are just allies. Silly me. Yeah, I got to bring them back. I mean, I could still declare war. I just wouldn't be able to use those guys. Silly. And we can dev a little bit here. Dev that up to 20 and do a cathedral. We could look at buildings, see if we're missing anything. These aren't... Yeah, if we had unlimited money, it is worth just upgrading all your churches to cathedrals, because you might as well, but we don't really have unlimited money here. We're better off with these counting houses. And then we can also check... do we have anything here? I don't think these are centers of trade. Like, Siena is not. Yeah, let's upgrade the shipyard in Rome, since that's kind of where we're basing our fleet. And we could also... we're okay on governing capacity. Otherwise, we could do some of these. But we're okay for now. And we still have a bunch of loans to pay off, because we took out burger loans to like bail somebody out. Okay, here we go. Age of Revolutions. So I wonder where revolutions are going to fire. That could be kind of annoying if we get like revolutions, if one of our big subjects goes revolutionary. Because if we get the Crush the Revolution CB and then we do it, doesn't that force a monarchy back? I don't think Crush the Revolution ever puts a theocracy back, which is another wrinkle that we hadn't really thought about. We'll see. It could be that the revolution stuff fires in, yeah, Revolutionary Latin Empire. That'd be like kind of cool, even though it'd be also really troll. It might go in like Asia or someplace that it doesn't matter. Wait, how did Brittany pop out? Was that rebels or something? This is free land. Okay. Let's take that real quick, and we'll give it to Avignon. Although they have a truce with Brittany. We'll just sell it to them. So theocracies are immune to revolutions? Is that the case? If so, that's great. Revolution is a little bit janky. It's a good idea, but there's some... So they are a theocracy, but they're reformed. And that's obviously not going to cut it. And there's 42k French separatists on Paris. We might have to help with that. So far, without us, Aragon is at -5 war score. That's pretty good. And there's the capture. So we will take that. And this is another one that we can't give away until we're at peace. But we can convert it. We'll do that. You know what else is sad, guys? We're so far into the game, and these are level 4 forts. Like, other people have level 8, but we're just, our homeland is not, like, threatened at all. Oh yeah, we're gonna help with Paris. I don't trust the AI to deal with 42k. Level 4 forts in 1710 is pretty bad. Okay, why do I keep getting these weird, like, Curia account things and getting lots of corruption from them? Let's up this a little bit, knock out corruption a little faster. Yep, I agree. CPHP, that was one of my beefs with that Dithmarschen run, where we were basically like the Revolutionary Vanguard 300 years ahead of time, and then when the technical revolution comes around, the game's like, oh yeah, you're gonna get the same debuffs as like absolute monarchies. It's like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, we've been fighting for the peasants for 300 years. That was a fun run. Yep. Okay, let's finally do this on Spain here. We'll call... Okay, Aragon will join it. That's fine. We're going to give them the land, so just as well. Any Dithmarschen run is, in my opinion, a good time. It's one of the funny things about this game is that a peasant republic is more fun to play than like a full-on revolutionary like republic. It doesn't seem like it should be that way, but if I had to choose, I would pick a peasant republic, you know, 10 out of 10 times. Okay, we need to do some work here. I don't think we need 61 transports. We need a new admiral who's okay. Good shock. I wish they had more maneuver, but that's okay. They're not terrible. And then let's get rid of some of these transports. I'm gonna do like 45 transports is probably enough. And then, yeah, I'm good with that. Galicia has a very Catholic theocracy coded flag. Are they up here? It's so hard to see. Oh, is that like the Holy Grail on the flag? It's super hard to tell from this small thing. If that's like a grail, you're right. Although we had already planned to give all of Iberia to Aragon, but if that's a grail, you're definitely... That is very Catholic coded. How many guys is this? Nobody. Okay. Okay, and do we want to mess with... We're going to go down to Morocco anyways. Here, I can end this. Let's reconfigure our diplomats a little bit. Let's do outraged and maybe subject. And then maybe a spy network here. And let's go down here. And we'll help our buddy out a little bit. And maybe we even go into West Africa on this one, even though I hate doing it. We're already going to be... Oh, here we go, guys. Here we go. Look at Aztec. Gathering strength in the New World. How many is this? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Okay, guys, they took like 20 provinces. Good for them. Look at that. And the borders aren't too bad either. Like, they didn't do like some crazy snake thing. I would have taken this one. But, not bad. And they're still a monastic state. I like it. Okay. Aztec have embraced the Enlightenment. Cool. Their flag is pretty cool. Like whatever, some kind of mystical creature, like some kind of like snake dragon thing. It's pretty cool. Somebody who knows more about Aztec history can tell me exactly what that is. Okay. Great power list. Yeah, we can take a look at that. So Spain is in 1, even though they have 595 dev, just because of subjects, which we've ranted about plenty on this run and other runs. France is in 2nd with 1300 dev. Gurkhani is 3rd. Latin Empire is 4th. Latin Empire has actually passed us because they've embraced the Enlightenment and we haven't. When we embrace the Enlightenment, we're going to jump up here to just above France. And then Portugal is in 5th. Avignon is in 7th. And then China here with 1235. But I think, aren't they having a tough time over here with 0 mandate? So I don't expect them to stick around. They could. It would not surprise me if they do spawn it. Okay, and Spain is back, so maybe we take like one of these and then, or bring some guys back here. Let's do that. Aztec has announced French Colombia as their new rival. This seems kind of far away, but whatever. Who am I to tell you who the Aztecs can or can't rival? Well, and even if one of these guys spawns the revolution, don't they sometimes fight it? Like, it's not a done deal. This is just a fun challenge, Superfly. The Papal achievement I've already done. The one that has you, I think there's 2. There's one that has, like, you have to get the orders as marches. Oh, I'm gonna go get that guy. Level 2 Commandant. And I'm actually going to promote him because we might get the event if we do that. I want one more guy here. Yeah, anyways, I have all the papal events. I think there's another one for Kingdom of God. But I got that one as well years ago. Let's go here. Okay, it's in the mountains, but we have reinforcements and he doesn't. So we should still be fine here. And I don't know exactly where he's going. Is he going? Okay, he's going here. And he's gone. And let's capture this stuff while we're up here. And there's Marrakesh. Let's just keep our armies together. You know what? Our allies can get this. Yeah, that's true. If they don't side with the revolutionaries, we can fight the rebels. The center of revolution sticks around for a long time, but we can help them with rebels because I think they need like 20 provinces to actually enforce. They need a lot of provinces. Let's get another general. Okay. I don't know where those Spanish troops came from. I guess he brought them in on transports. That's a lot of guys to transport back, but whatever. We could go hunt in the North Atlantic, and that would keep him from bringing more guys. Revolutions have not spawned yet. I don't think. We haven't gotten a pop-up. No. What are the rules on that? Like, how many... Does that show up? That doesn't show up in here. Is there a way to see the rules on revolutions? Or is that like a wiki-only thing? I don't actually know the details. I don't get to Age of Revolutions all that often, let alone play them. Okay, so Aragon made peace. They just took that one province and some gold. I guess that's all they cared about. Okay, that's fine with me. Okay, so it's Great Power, Enlightenment Embrace, 30 Dev Province. Okay. Well, if that's the case, I'm hoping it's not one of our subjects. Can we spawn it as the Pope? Is that a thing? Are we excluded? And do we want to go into West Africa or just wait this out again? We could do Portugal. Call in Aztec this time. Pope is excluded. Okay, good. That makes a decent amount of sense. All right, I'm going to go back in on Portugal. I'm actually going to call Aztec. This shouldn't be like a super long war, because I want to give them some more land. So... yeah, that should be fine. Did we get black flagged? Somebody did. Yeah, there might be some way to glitch it. You're probably right. All right, we'll pay back those burger loans. Okay, I need you to come back. This should undo the black flag here. Wait, why are we stuck? Oh, it's the freaking strait. Come on, guys. Straits in this game are so glitchy. Why? What is going on? Come on. There we go. It's so silly. I guess we can keep our guy there to block it. Well, let's fabricate on these guys. Diplo slots, and I think I probably want to keep all these. Yeah. If somebody gets super strong, we could drop them, but on the other hand, it's nice to be able to call them as allies, so I don't mind being over. And how much is Enlightenment for us to... well, that's pretty cheap. Let's do Enlightenment. And then we can dev a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. The spread revolution, I don't know if that works. That one seems too obvious, and they probably have that locked out. Like in the peace deal, it's grayed out. Like, you know, you can't enforce this on the Pope. Can you demand a nation release a colonial nation in a peace deal? Let's look. No, this is just for normal subjects. You cannot. So those guys will be probably loyal to the bitter end. We still need to dev more. Russia no longer rivals us. Okay, I don't care. All right, we've got gold in Sardinia. I mean coal, not gold. Coal. And we could do a furnace if we had the money. I'm just going to take the loan before I forget about it. Look at that. 4 gold per month. Pretty good. Yeah, it does feel like you should be able to do something about that. I mean, you can demand the colonial regions, but you can't demand that they go free. Okay, Delhi, Gurkhani did win this war in India, and they were going up against Gujarat, who actually had a pretty decent military. I want to say they were at like 250 or something. Of course, Gurkhani has way more than that, and now they're at 109. And Delhi only had a couple provinces, but Gujarat lost 8. So that's kind of rough. This this whole block here, Gujarat lost. So we'll see if they keep going in the east. Oh, are they at war again? I didn't even look. Oh, you're right. Somebody jumped on him. Defender against Jaunpur, however you say that. At war with... Well, actually, Bengal is the primary here. So they're co-CB'd, but I mean, they can still lose land for sure, because that's what happened in the last war. And they're up against Vijay. 246. Ooh. Bengal has 68. Gujarat has 83. Whereas these guys have 192 and 246. So that's looking kind of grim for the Gujarat-Bengal alliance there. I don't think they're going to win. CVHP, I don't think it's happening. All right, let's get our fleet here. They are a pain. I agree. Bohemia is losing even more provinces. Guys, is Bohemia out of the game? Where's Bohemia at? Bohemia has 2 provinces, guys. They have this Silesian one, and then one over here in, like, Transylvania. That's tough. Yeah, they have 2. But, separated by, like, 3 nations. If we were playing a more serious game and we cared about, like, core return, finishing off Bohemia and then releasing them, like, they still have a lot of cores. Yeah, they were doing well, but we kind of messed them up. We can get this stack here. I'm just going to barrage this. Yeah, the exile tradition going strong. And Bohemia went bankrupt. Why do we have the attrition symbol here? Does that always show up? Oh, it's at 0.2%. But it says we're in home waters. I don't get that, but whatever. Maybe we picked up the 0.2 somewhere else and we came back. Okay, shameful defeat. Who got wrecked here? Oh no. We took too long. Aztec. No. No. Oh, and they have no guys left. Oh, why do I have 0 sailors? I think we've been at sea too long. Let's go back. Let's go back, and maybe we should downsize our navy somewhat. If we can't support that many heavies, Yeah, that's why we have attrition. I think that's right. And poor Aztec, I thought we would have enough time. They got rolled. And they have like no troops. Okay, maybe that's my bad. Yeah, that's how it is with me and sailors. I don't think about it till I'm at 0, and then I go, crap. Let's resize slightly. Maybe we drop down to like, let's see, get rid of these guys. Maybe like 50 heavies. We should still be able to win. And this should give us 12,000. And while we're here, we'll upgrade. Time for maritime ideas. There you go. When's our next idea group, actually? 26. Not super far away, but I don't know that we're going maritime. Wait, how are we losing ships in Rome? I thought we were docked. Whatever. This game. I might bring these guys back just to get across the strait. Okay. And we'll grab... Actually, let's dev. Let's do this one. It's funny how Aragon gets different names for these. Instead of Seville, it's Sibilia. Or I think if it's Castile or Spain, it's Sevilla. But it's interesting how... Is that Catalan primary culture? Yeah, it gets different stuff there. Yeah, I think that is Catalan. Yes, I use control groups. I actually like control groups. I might be like in a minority, but I don't think I could play without control groups. I have no idea how commonly used those are, but I use them every game. Some of these province names, here's another one. Cordoba is Cordova, and this is the one I noticed first was Sibilia. I'm sure there's more. Okay, instead of Madrid, it's Madrid, and I'm sure I'm butchering. I don't know any Catalan whatsoever, so those are probably butchered just massively. But yeah, it's kind of cool. Without control groups, I would fight wars probably at like half the speed if I had to like click every single time. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how you would say an X in Catalan, but it's M-A-N-X-A. You guys are right. I have played Navarre. It's been a while, but I got the achievement. It's for like converting... is it all of Iberia or like a majority of Iberia to Basque culture by a certain time? I did that one a while back. They're fun. There's actually only like a couple nations I'll play in Iberia because I like a challenge. So, you know, Portugal, Castile, Aragon, they're not that challenging. So it's kind of Granada or Navarra are the options, unless you want to do some kind of releasable. Those can be fun too. Portuguese Louisiana. Oh, okay. So the Portuguese subjects, Portugal's colonies might be 49, 0, 12, 17, 57. Okay, so 2 of their biggest colonies are on the edge. So that's good. Yeah. I don't think Spain... Spain must get more modifiers or something. Yeah. How is Australia the highest liberty desire? They can't have the most dev, right? I mean, look at Florida. Florida has 100,000 guys. What does Australia have? 50K. I don't know. I don't understand that mechanic. Had no idea EU4 had control groups. I don't even know if I picked those up from like a video or like just screwing around. I don't even know where I picked those up. Okay, we keep getting this event. I don't know if this is worth it. It's a lot of gold. Like, how does that compare to if we just debased? Okay, it's way better than debasing. Maybe this is a good event. Yeah, let's just stop complaining about it. That's true. Well, yeah, I feel like almost every strategy game has tooltips of some kind. Let's go next Miltech here. We could go next Diplotech. And why is that one so much more expensive? Do we just not have bonuses for it? It's fine. We'll do it anyways. And we're still slightly losing sailors, so I'm going to send the fleet back and maybe try to get... The reason we ran out is I've left them sitting like off coast between wars and just kind of forgotten about them, which is bad. You think it's a neutral event? It probably is. Okay, good night, Jackson. I know this time, if you're in Europe, I know this time is rough as far as stream time. I get that totally. We'll do that. That's fine. I need to work on Vicky 3, learning it. I think it could have potential for some fun challenges, but right now I'm terrible at it. And I don't have all the DLC. I don't know if I need all the DLC to like make a good challenge video. I guess it depends on the challenge and what I'm trying to do. Because I only really want to buy DLC if, like, I really like the game. And I'm not sure if I'm there yet with Vicky. Is it fine without it? Okay. Because how many... Are there 2 DLCs for Vicky or 3 now? I know there was, like some kind of, like, Great Powers or something. And I'm way behind in Hearts of Iron DLC. I think I have, like, the first 3 Hearts of Iron, and I don't have any of like the last, I think would have there been like 4 or 5 since then. Okay. Let's see what we can do in the Portuguese peace deal. We can't give stuff directly back to the Aztecs because that's a colonial nation. Let's see what we can do. These guys aren't in this war, so we'd have to sell them. But they would buy them or take them for free, for sure. North Africa's a mess. I mean, England has like a province here that we're not even sure how they got. So it stopped. I think they sold it because it stopped being a core of Portugal and became a core of England instantly. The province was chartered between Portugal and Portugal. That doesn't even make sense. I don't think this was a war. I think England bought this or something. But like, look at this province history. What does that mean? Yeah, chartered between Portugal and Portugal. They're dealing with themselves. This game, guys. This game. Let's see how much we can take. 3. Okay, we're close to being able to take the whole coastline. That might increase Liberty Desire here as well. Although they're kind of back down. You guys see that? 20, 0, 12, 17, 37, 5. I don't know if they use prestige or what to bring that back down. Okay, and Kong is ready to go. Did our allies siege down Kong? Guys, look at our allies. Look at this. I didn't want to cross the Sahara, but this is why the EU4 AI, they're like the best allies of all time. Let's break that alliance. Okay, Kong. Where's Spain? Oh, the alliance is already broken. So if the alliance is already broken, I probably don't even want to end this war then, because that would just reduce our war score with Spain. So let's see what we'll give here. Man, they'll take everything and I'm fine with it. Or at least a lot. There we go. They'll take everything but 2 provinces. That's fine with me. And we could actually upgrade our heavies again. I think we just unlocked 3 deckers. Before we do that, let's go fight the Portuguese. And then, what is France doing? How are they losing to Dortmund? Guys. France is the attacker in the French Dortmunder Imperialist War. They're at minus 25 war score. Guys, you know what it is? They're the new England, and they can't fight on the continent anymore. You know how England, like, just will not get anything done on the continent? This is the new England. They're losing to Dortmund. Oh, that's kind of funny. Okay, let's get our guys out of here. And yeah. Okay, Spain is close. And Portugal, they'll take that deal. But I think we also... And poor Aztecs, they can't even beat back these separatists because they have no manpower. I wish they'd gone quantity. They did not. I could send a stack over and help them. I don't want to get bogged down, sieging down. Like, Portuguese Mexico has 5 forts in, like, the Mayan jungle. Like, I don't want to deal with that. They would take this deal, though. And this takes the Portuguese coast. Yeah, maybe they would mark up. Let's see if they're, like, in debt. They have no debt, but we could still send them a gift. Let's give them, like, 1,100 should be enough to get, like, at least 1 or 2 merc stacks. Who knows if they'll be smart enough to do it, but we'll give them a chance. Okay, so I think I'm fine with this Portugal deal. We'll take those 5. And you can come back. Yeah, subsidies do help. And let's make peace in the Spanish War if we're... Oh, we're super close. Another, like, month or 2. There it is. Okay. Guys, Spain has moved their capital to the Grand Canaries. We talked about that. We thought that was going to happen. Although I thought we'd have to fully expel them first. It's interesting they still have 2 here on the mainland, and they decided just to pack it up. It's like they know next war. It's over for them in Iberia. Okay, and now that we finally have peace for a second, let's sell these guys. Although they're going to be overextended. Okay, we can't do that. Let's give these to Theodoro before we forget. And then we also need to do that stuff in the Low Countries. These have 8, 9. Is that it? Do they go for Dev? Gran Canaria does have 15. Is that what the AI looks at? I don't actually know what the, like, moving capital logic is in this game. We can look and see if they got... No, the only modifier they have in this province is raided coast from Morocco. Okay, let's get our guys out of here. And let's upgrade. Let's get our 3-deckers. Even though that's a lot of gold. I think we should still do that. Sailors are much better now than they were. And we can think about our next move here. Truce map. Kind of have a lot of options. The only truces we have, truces in Iberia, truce with Lithuania for 3 years, truce with France until 1722, so 7 years, but HRE is fair game. And I think we want to do that Bavaria thing, which means I need to go Styria. Oh, they're allied to oh, they're guaranteed by Croatia. See, I can't even ask them to break a guarantee. That's lame. I could ask them to break an alliance, but not a guarantee. We could do something else. We could work on Prussia, maybe. They're allied to Riga. We could probably break that on the Riga side if we wanted to. We could do more Scandinavia. And give some stuff to Mainz up here in North Germany. We haven't really talked about who's getting Scandinavian culture group. We could pop Denmark out. We talked about maybe not going all the way up here, but I think at a minimum we're going to do Denmark here. We could just give it to Mainz. It's a lot. Yeah, they're already going to get a lot of dev with North Germany. This doesn't make that much of a difference. Let's sell some stuff to these guys while we're at peace. See, if we were greedy, we could do this, but we're not. We're not greedy. Don't do that to me, guys. I hate it when AIs do this stuff. I mean, it's a Catholic monastic order. I guess we could leave them. We don't have to mess with this. Yeah, we're not greedy while playing as the Catholic Church. I didn't say it was like the world's most historical run. And we keep getting that event where it's about like raiding the coffers of like the Catholic Church, and we keep raiding. So sometimes leave them be. I will. I'm not gonna mess with if they're a Catholic theocracy that pops out like that. I probably just gonna leave them alone. Let's sell these guys another province here. This isn't historically accurate. What gave it away? So when the AI does this pop out thing, is that a GovCap issue? That they do that? Or overextension or what? Because I'm trying to sell them another 5 provinces here, and if it's a GovCap issue, that could be a problem. Maybe we do feed Galicia here. You think it's overextension? So that should be, yeah, because these guys by 1715, you should have pretty good GovCap, even as a kingdom. Because they are independent. They're not like locked to duchy. I could sell it to Galicia. That's true. My worry with that is that like Spain is just gonna like, I guess I could ally them and use yet another Diplo slot. How's the coring going here? I don't think we can see. Oh yeah, you just have to hover over. This is a weird thing. So if you click on it, it doesn't give you the coring progress like in the main menu or interface here, but if you zoom in on the dude and put your cursor over him, it says 7.4% and it'll be done by April of 1717. Yeah, it's like inconsistent because I think with subjects, let's go check Theodoro. I think you can see, right? Yeah. So for subjects, you can see, it's just like for non-subjects, you just have to zoom in and look at the guy. I don't really get that, but let's keep selling provinces. I mean, do we want to wait that long? Do we think Spain is probably going to try to take this back? We could guarantee him or ally him, I guess. They would take vassalization, so we could make these guys like a march. I might do that. I don't think I want to wait forever. Yeah, let's I think I like that. And we can sell another province here in a week. I want to vassalize these guys first, and then I can just do the subject interaction. Should be pretty quick. Let's improve. And then sell again here. We could like influence these guys for an easy... Oh, we got to repay loans first. That's fine. Easy 25. Okay, Bohemia lost another province. Bohemia is now a OPM in like... are these like the Carpathian Mountains? Is that what these are? Like a mountain OPM with 80% devastation. How does that happen? That's terrible. Yeah, I could ask for that back. Yeah, I'll do that to clean up the borders. Let me get these guys vassalized first. We could also guarantee... Latin Empire is the defender of the Catholic faith. That seems appropriate. All right, we'll do a guarantee. And we'll keep selling you provinces up here. Okay, so there's our low country stuff is gone. That's good. Okay, why do I have these guys stacked up? What is this, guys? This is not good. It's so bad. Focused on Diplo. That's AI behavior, guys. 186,000 guys stacked up in one province. That's AI behavior. All right, let's give these guys a gift also. I'm just impatient. We could just let improved relations work, but I'm impatient. Everybody's hitting us up for cash. Look at this. I'm trying to accept. I don't have the money. Sorry, guys. Sending all my money to Galicia. Okay, we're pretty close. Can we give him like mill access here? It's another 10. Okay, we're super close. Like one more tick. Bingo. Here we go. Vassalize. And we get hit up for money so much this game. I wish there was like a stat you could track, like how much money have you given away to allies? Because it's got to be, we're probably at least 10,000 gold to allies this game. Okay, let's start giving these guys some stuff. I wish you could grant multiple provinces at a time. Like shift click here. And then let's get, we've got so many favors. Let's get that core back you guys were talking about. And we'll make them a march in a month. And we'll give them the usual bonuses. Yeah, they'll kind of be like Portugal North here, you know, because we're not getting these back. And that's fine. But we can, it'll be Portugal North. It'll be fine. Okay, so let's take a look at our options here. Theodoro, you should have guys to deal with us. I don't know where your armies are. Probably still coming back from Africa or something. So in the east, truce with Lithuania for 2 years. The issue with Prussia is we're going to give a bunch of this land to Nitra, and before we do that, we need another Lithuania war. So Scandinavia is a good option. Wow, look at all these guys I can call. Like this is an ally swarm. Like let's check out these total numbers. So this is 714k manpower. And then if I just start checking this is pretty wild. More than double. So that could be a decent option. We could do Flanders here is going to go to Liège. Let's see who's... Oh, that's pretty easy too. I don't think the revolution's done anything yet, unless I missed it. I don't even see the spawn. So I don't know. What's up? Maybe we broke the revolution by doing this to Europe. I mean, it could still spawn in French Britain here. Yeah, I think that might be the easiest stuff. Could I, like, co-belligerent these guys? That would add some enemies, but I don't think it's, like... I'm not worried about any of these guys. And Scandinavia dishonors. I should declare this now. Well, this is at 39-39. Even though our guys aren't really in position, but it doesn't really matter. So let's do this. And yeah, let's call. Oh, it's doing that thing where if I call mines right away, Scandinavia will honor. So we'll just call them in a second. I don't have Diplo. Here we go. This is like a little cheat. I'm sure you guys know about this. Like if I were to check everybody, Scandinavia is in on this war. If we uncheck mines, Scandinavia breaks, we declare the war, and then check this out. We just call mines anyways. You guys probably know about that. That's not super advanced stuff. And biggest enemy is Brunswick with 88k. We could head that way, probably. Yeah, I like to point some of this stuff out because I think I have a pretty wide range of people who watch me. You know, from people pretty experienced in the game to maybe beginners. And then I have some people who don't actually play this game that much. Which it's cool to me that people still want to watch even if you're not an EU4 player. That's pretty cool. Okay, France did finally end up winning that war. It just took them ages to land the guys. Let's see. We'll go into Brunswick first. Yeah, 600 hours in some games, 600 hours would be like, you know, super advanced hardcore player. In EU4, that's like beginner to moderate. That's the crazy thing about this game. France has announced Avignon as their rival. That's funny. Okay, we'll be the morale guy. Oh yeah, that's totally true, Shayren. I think you can still learn things in this game at any level of hours. There's like that much stuff going on, including stuff the game doesn't really tell you about, that you just sort of either have to learn by experience or like randomly look up. Okay, Lithuania French Alliance is slightly annoying, but we'll deal with it. Okay, that's nice. That's interesting, Viper, that you're split between all the Paradox games. I thought most people had like a favorite series or two that they focused on, because that's definitely me. Like, this is my favorite, and then Stellaris, and those two games are probably like 85% of my Paradox time, and then what's left is probably split between like CK3 and Hearts of Iron. Okay. Pirate map mode after 5k hours. I mean, in your defense, that was not in the game for years. That was added in a patch, and I think the only reason I knew about it is like somebody on Reddit talked about it. Okay, let's see. So Age of Revolutions actually has pretty good age abilities. I don't care about Liberty Desire. This one's good. Artillery levels against fort. Engagement width is also good. Coring distance, we're not coring much, but this would let us hand off territory all over the place. That's good. That's good. Don't care about this. So I'm thinking it's either between coring distance and the artillery levels. I think I want coring distance just for convenience. And then I'm going to get the artillery levels next. And we should get these pretty quick because, look, we've done like, what is this, 5 out of 7? We're not getting a parliament. Actually, 125 discipline, we might be able to hit. What are we at? Oh, we're so close. Should I drop, like, expand the fortifications? Oh god, they're mad. I could sell. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. They'll get over it. And then... yeah. Not that having one extra age objective makes that big of a difference, but we're close anyway, so who cares? It's not like our forts are getting sieged much. How much absolutism do you get for this? Yeah, I'm not sure why. Well, so I don't really care that much about absolutism this campaign. Having the admin efficiency, doesn't that still help you with province war score cost? So if we're taking stuff to give to other people, I think we still should care about admin efficiency. Discipline always helps. Foreign core duration, I don't care. So yeah, we definitely care about province war score cost, though, is the biggest thing. And let's see, can we kick Brunswick out of this yet? No. Yeah, if I give it to the subjects, then it doesn't matter. Here, we could go fight some guys here. But we've actually been taking a lot of land for ourselves and just like handing it off via Cell Province, and it does help there. So that's something. All right, anybody else up here? Let's take a look at siege ability on like a random siege here. Yeah, 72%. It's pretty good. Flanders. No, I'm fine. I should tell somebody to capture this. Or maybe I should just do it. So many options. Well, actually, if I tell Avignon, are they going to keep it? No, they won't. Okay. See, look at this. I'm pretty sure this is at the borders of the French region. Not over here, but I mean up here. Yeah, it is. So that's a good ally right there. They know. They know the rules in the Low Countries. Yeah, they do want Switzerland. Hey, Switzerland, they're doing their own thing now. They're on their own. So far, they've done okay, even though... Well, they allied mines. That's not that bad of a decision. That probably keeps them safe. I mean, they got more troops than Avignon. But we keep calling Avignon to wars, so... That's mostly on us. Okay, let's... we could give some of this to mines, even though it's a non-COCB. They probably don't care. Let's take a look at that. Because it's not our AE, so if the AI wants to eat that... We have so many allies and subjects, you have to like scroll through this transfer occupation thing. Let's see how much this would be. Okay, they'd take 3, and that is... did I skip it? That's 81 AE. It's kind of a lot. Maybe we don't do that. We could just like white piece them and come back. Are they allied to anybody annoying? Scandinavia, maybe. It is a lot of dev. AI's been deving. We'll just come back for them. It's fine. And these are getting sieged. Yeah, we're fine. We could probably start another war. Kind of want to do Lithuania. When's that up? March of next year. That's getting pretty close. Scandinavia. I thought we just broke that alliance with Brunswick. Did we not? Am I like delusional? Do we need the month tick for that to drop? Yeah, we need a month tick. Okay. It's so weird how stuff in this game like updates and doesn't update. Because it's off the list here, but if you go to declare war, it's here. And now wait for the month tick. It should drop. So if we go out and then back in, it's gone. Like so many things happen on the month tick. It's kind of wild. So this is an option for sure. Maybe we should do this. Poland is nothing. And we can call in a swarm here. Let's do it. We got black flag, but that's fine. We'll just go right back up. Where's Aachen? Over here. What are they? They are a reformed republic. Oh, that's not going to fly. But we don't have to break them this second. We could convert them. Does that help us? I don't know. Do it. All right, we're super stacked again. Let's spread these guys out a little bit. And let's get our navy up there. Wait, how are we at 22k sailors again? We're in port. What's going on with these sailors? I'm struggling with sailors this game, and I have no idea why. Is it because I upgraded all those 3-deckers? Does that eat up like 30,000 sailors doing that? That's the only thing I can think of. That's the only thing we've done with our fleet. Yeah, but does it require that many? I mean, because it's not like, I'd get it if we had 2-deckers at 5%, but if we had 2-deckers at 100%, that costs like thousands of guys per boat. But you don't get credit for the existing guys? If so, that's a little bit weird, but I guess it doesn't shock me. You don't? Okay. Well, then that's where the sailors went. Well, are they doing like human sacrifices on the boats? Like, why is that a thing? I guess some of these mechanics, I guess you can't get too literal with, or you'll lose your mind. They turn the sailors into building materials. Okay, we could get a pretty good admiral or a level 3. So that's 523. Let's see what we got. We've got a 3621. I think I'll take the advisor, and I'll actually hire that. Discounted level 3 advisors, I like. They use bones to make the holes. Okay, there's our Lithuania truce. These guys were taking forever to siege in the Low Countries, but I guess they don't have our siege ability. That's fine. After we do these wars, I'm doing Lithuania next, and I'm hoping France dishonors. Let's take a look. Not even close. We could just white piece them. Because we got to take quite a bit of land from Lithuania here. Kiev needs a bunch, because we're going to give Kiev Ruthenia. Nitra needs a chunk. Theodoro needs a chunk. Yeah, Lithuania's gotta be on the plate here. I think I want to separate piece Styria and break. Well, no, it's a guarantee, right? That isn't bothering us. Oh no, the guarantee's broken because I think they're at war. Was it with Croatia? Croatia had them like guaranteed, and when you're at war, obviously the guarantees break. So if that's the case, because I need these guys to get away into Bavaria. Although I guess with ignore coring range, maybe I don't. I guess I could go straight into these guys. I don't know. Either way, we'll separate piece them. I don't really care about their allies. We'll just white piece for now. And we could do Augsburg as well. that's actually a Catholic theocracy, so they don't even need anything. We'll let them go with our blessing. Okay. Okay, there's one. You know, I'll bring our navy up. We got sailors. Let's bring them up. It'll speed these up. Okay, we took all of... I don't know how to say this. I'm not going to try. We will give it to Liège. Liège. Perfect. And we just have one more province to take here. And we got it. They uncon. Perfect. Do the same thing. And okay, that was pretty clean. So that's the bottom chunk of the Low Countries. Luxembourg is still up, and then obviously some French stuff here. Okay. There's Lubeck. Let's move our fleet over here. Is that French, Sharon? Or like Belgian? What is that? What culture or language is that name originally? Belgian French? Okay. Guys, Friesland has announced Spain as their new rival. These are the guys that migrated to Congo. How is that a valid rival? Spain still has 170k, 6 colonial nations, who, by the way, guys, still all loyal. How is Friesland? How's that a valid rival? That stuff makes no sense to me. Institutions, maybe. They could have like Enlightenment. Friesland looks like they do. Spain. Yeah. How does Spanish South Africa not even have printing press? Did he like trade company these? Is that how that happens? I think he did like a trade company down here, right? If he didn't do a trade company, I don't understand what's going on. Because up here it says he's full institutions. That must be a trading company in South Africa. So where is all of Spain's stuff? He's got 2 provinces here. Like some islands. I mean, how much? I guess he's got a lot here. But this is not high dev stuff. Look, I mean, look, the dev on this is terrible. This is like 3s around the entire island. But if these weren't trading companies, as soon as he embraced, they would just automatically get like +1 per month. Yeah, that's true. We've got various colors. Okay, so this is the Spanish Empire, such as it is. He's got claims in the Philippines. He's mostly, guys, it's like an island empire. These are colonial nations. How can he support 170,000 troops with like an island empire? And how does he have... I mean, I guess 312 dev at this stage of the game isn't that crazy. But doesn't that seem like a lot of soldiers to support? And then, guys, his subjects have almost 3,000 dev, and they're staying loyal to an island empire with 300 dev? Like... on what planet does that make sense? Okay, let's keep pushing into Scandinavia here. Yeah, he could be getting trade fleets and stuff. I think Spain is worse than anybody else with that. I don't know if they get like bonuses in their mission tree or events or what. Because even Poland was like borderline and they had more stuff left. Actually, they're fine now. They at least have some stuff in North Africa. I don't know. Colonies, guys. It'll drive you crazy. Yeah, exactly. Well, if you're talking in EU4 terms, what was the US dev in 1776 relative to Great Britain? Like, much lower. Let's put it that way. Like, I don't care if you want to talk about population or GDP or what, but that might be one of like the least historical parts of this game, where in real life, you know, people wanted independence even if their overlord was still strong. And then in this game, it's like overlord is pathetically weak and we still like him. Like we'll play ball. Like it doesn't make any sense. Spain is going after England. Okay, whatever. Let's do a little bit of MilDev here. Yeah, it doesn't matter where. We'll go up to 30 and then build training fields. Okay, we have pretty good war score here, so let's just see how much Mines wants. Wait, are they not in this war? Oh, I thought I called them. Well, if I bail them out, they'll join. I think it's worth bailing them out so they can join and I can give them to them all at once, because otherwise, to do the Cell province, it takes so long. It'd take like 8-9 months and you have to be at peace. I'll just send him a bailout. I'll send him a couple grand. We're nice like that. And I also just don't want to deal with Cell province that many times. Like if there's no other option, I don't mind doing it. Will he join? Yes, he will. Perfect. I could have done Promised Land there, but it doesn't matter. Okay, let's see. Let's just give him... I'm not going to do another tag up here. I don't think. I mean... I don't even know who else we do. We could do, I guess, like Norway. Denmark is too generic. Hey, Kaiser. Welcome to the stream. Denmark feels generic. No Sweden, because this is Sweden. Scotland's gone. What's even the point of the chat XP? We're not really sure. It must be some YouTube thing. Oh yeah, we could do one of those really funky, although I don't know if we're going that far north. But hey, that's one you don't see too often, right? And really, you know, if we might be going about this backwards, because, you know, we could either take 7 provinces down here, or we could take 20 provinces in Scandinavia itself. Should we do that? Like a giant, is it Sapmi? I don't actually know how to say that, but hey, you never see that tag. Let's look at our options. Denmark is too generic. Even Norway's kind of generic. Same with Novgorod. These are, Finland is a little bit more interesting. Karelia. Oh, the P is silent, so it'd be like Sami. That I feel like is the most unique of them. Of course, another issue is in the actual video, I'm going to have to try to figure out the correct pronunciation. Finland is better. If all we care about is like who's the best, Finland is almost certainly better. National ideas and stuff. But if we're going for cool factor, I mean, Karelia is kind of cool. You don't see Karelia that often. Okay, so one of you saying it, the ears of P, Sapmi. Karelia, is that, which culture group is that? Still Scandinavian. So here, let me change this. Let's see how much, if we decide to do that, because I think we could take a ton up here because they're low dev and they're so big. And we didn't really figure out a plan for the Russia region either because we weren't sure if we were going to get here. Any cool tags left up here? We could do Karelia. We could do both. We could do Karelia gets the Russia region. Sapmi gets the Scandinavia region. Because these guys wouldn't form Russia. We could do that. I mean, we're like so far over on Diplo relations, guys. It's getting absurd, but it's okay. Okay, so let's do that. I'll have to be a little bit careful with this because I think, doesn't Karelia get some cores up here also? No, they don't. No, the Karelian cores. Okay, we're good. Yep, okay. So that's kind of interesting where the Karelian culture, it's Scandinavian culture group, but the game gives them, it's exclusively in the Russia region. Okay. I don't know that I would consider, like, maybe this is, you know, the 21st, 20th century perspective. I don't know that I would consider this stuff in the Russian region. Maybe I'm like a Finnish sympathizer, and that's a hot take. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so let's just take a bunch of land up here and then we'll distribute it. Oh, Riga. Riga's claiming a bunch of this. Well, that's not going to happen. You guys are going to lose your bonuses if you take any more land. Yeah, I'm secretly like a Finnish descendant or something. I don't know. Yeah, why does Riga want up here in central Finland? Like, seriously, what do they want? like random stuff. Yeah, you're not getting it. So yeah, Riga wants Germany. It's because they have the Balkan culture or whatever. We don't have to do this second, because we'd probably have to help with rebels and stuff and transport, and it'd be kind of a pain in the butt. We could just do the mines plan and come back for that stuff. You know, they're not going anywhere. How much could we take down here? I mean, that's a decent chunk. They don't want anything else. That is annoying. You invite countries and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you want this random stuff that would break like all your province level buffs in Riga that require you to be like, where are these things? That one, that one, that one, that one. He would lose all his like giga buffs here to take some like low dev Finnish provinces. I think, how much more war score? Oh, we don't really have more war score. Let's just keep this one simple and give it to mines, and we might come back for this. Scandinavia is much easier to flip and do our thing than the British Isles, just because the provinces are bigger and the dev is lower. So let's do that. We'll come back for those guys, I think. I think I like that plan, because those are like unusual tags. It could be kind of cool. Okay. Let's get our guys back. So mines, I wonder if they're going to hit great power soon. They've got to have a bunch of dev. Okay, they broke 1,000, 1051, so they should be going. They are Empire rank. Okay, good for them. And I think we said Lithuania is our next move. Latin Empire will dishonor. That's exactly what I'm looking for. We'd have to fight Prussia and France. Prussia's weak. We'd probably just white piece them both. Let's look at our subjects. Let's bail these guys out. AI always needs bailing out. Oh yeah, we're going to make these guys a march. I kind of forgot about this. And we'll give them the officers and manpower. Okay, so I think this is probably the way to go. And I think I want to do it now, even though our troops aren't in position, just because of this Latin Empire dishonor. So I think you can lose Black Flag in a subject province, right? I think that's true. Yes, okay, so I'm going to march to Kiev. And because these guys are just allies. Yeah, they are. Okay. Subjects can't in yours. Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah, that seems a little funky. Okay, so let's do this. Prussia, France. Seems like we're fighting Styria all the time. Like, they're just allied to the most inconvenient stuff. And we'll do imperialism. There's a reconquest here, but it's only 3 cores, and we're taking way more than that. So I think imperialism's a no-brainer. They're Catholic, so no Great Holy War on the table. And let's do it. Imperialism. Nitra would do it. Wow, we're out of favors with Nitro. I guess we've been calling people to so many wars. We do plan to give them land, so we could do that. Nitra. Yeah. And let's actually go check on Aztec real quick too, to see if they recovered from those rebels. Kind of hope they did. He has... Guys, Aztec revolutionaries... Why does he have revolutionaries? And there's still no center of revolution anywhere that I can see. No, it's not an Aztec center of revolution. It's just like random rebels. In the late game, you can still get these guys, even without. As Revolutionary Aztec, I'm here for it because I mean, it'd be cool if they stayed a theocracy, but if they don't, you know, Mexico was never really part of the goal. This was just for fun. So it could happen, guys. Could happen. Let's get our fleet back to Rome, I guess. And I'm probably going to go Prussia, white peace, France, white peace, and then Lithuania. Okay, we can get another ally. Perfect. Okay, are guys even marching? What is this? I got guys like stuck in Denmark for some reason. And we got a new pope. 542. That's decent. And he's going to be benevolent. Guys, we keep getting good traits. Is this EU4 karma? If you play, you know, play nicely with the AIs and, you know, honor all your stuff, the game rewards you with this. And we actually got the Curia controller as well. So that's 20% AE. How old's this guy? 56. That's not bad. And we can do... what's the best one here for late game? Enables crusades after age limit. I don't know who would we crusade, like Gurkhani? It's another 10% AE. Let's do it. Let's do it just for fun. Take the crusade thing. Yeah, we're on the same page, Sharon. Why not? I don't even know who, because you can't call crusades on Christians. I think even heretics. Yeah, so it's other religious groups. So that's our pocket card if Gurkhani tries to get real bold with us. We crusade him. In your first game, you were super nice to your ally. They backstabbed you and destroyed your country. This game, I will say, I guess you'd call it like, I don't know, hyper-realist version of international relations where it is like dog eat dog. And like if you're not getting stronger and expanding, you're eventually going to be toast because your neighbor is. Oh, did we? Oh, shoot. We had a guy here. That was bad. Getting distracted with this. We had a guy come in here. Oh, well, at least we didn't get stack wiped. It could have been worse. Let's go here. Scandinavia is trying to reconquer Holstein. Okay. And let's get everybody back. Studying for the MCAT right now? Okay. I don't... You're probably like the only viewer I have doing that, but hopefully I'm not too distracting. I'm just glad we didn't get stack wiped with that guy because I was off on a tangent. Does it say why it deletes him, Kaiser? Is it like some auto moderation thing or... This is ASMR, okay. Let's go deal with this stuff in Crimea. This might actually be a pretty big battle. Okay. And let's retake that. So I don't have a delay on chat. There's like, oh, here we go, guys. Latin Empire is preparing to deck on the MAMs in a war of aggression. It's because he's malevolent. Can he win 140? Oh yeah, he can definitely win. Go for it, buddy. Connect this coastline. So what's with this as the single vital interest is Alexandria, random yellow, and then for some reason this is just grayed out. He like desperately does not want to connect his territory. Whatever. Because doesn't he even have claims? Or no, he has claims in Egypt, like the state. Yeah, he has claims up here in like the Delta, and I think if he does enough of these, he gets claims to even more, something like that. Or no, he's got claims down here. I don't know. Gurkhani's picking up random vassals. Okay. And let's take out this stack real quick. I know I said I was going to do Prussia first, but I wanted to take care of this. Okay, he's doing a holy war. I support that. Let's get our guys fixed here. And this is a stack wipe because we've got him trapped with a fort. He's got nowhere to go. Okay. And then we didn't call Aztec, did we? No. Okay. As the Pope, I support that. Okay, Prussia's capital is sieged. They might... Oh, they're close to white peace. I may not even have to go there. The question is, do we have to go deal with France? This is... That's a respectable amount of guys in the Low Countries. I think we've got to head over there. I don't trust my guys to deal with that. That is like 163k or something. Yeah, AI is not going to handle that. France has to be fully exiled. I think they will be. I don't want them on the continent. They can be the new Brits. Yeah, I think we can do that. Because I don't think we're going to fully get the British Isles this game, but I do think we can kick them out of the continent. Does that mean they have to eat British food now? I don't know. I mean, they renamed London, so maybe they're just... London no longer even has British food. It's like baguettes being eaten in London. Or French domain, whatever they call it. And Switzerland's fighting somebody. Hey, this is... I'm cheering them on in this war because they're still a Catholic monastic order and they're fighting a Protestant kingdom. So even though... Hey, they're back up to 20. You know, once we make peace, we can get Switzerland back on side. We'll welcome the lost sheep back into the flock. Let's see if we need to, like, improve with them. Yeah, let's do it. Beans on baguettes. It's going to be fusion. British-French fusion. Oh, that sounds kind of gross, guys. Snails and chips. Okay, let's see if Prussia is ready to go here. Okay, they're definitely ready to go. Do we want to do anything? Hand anything off? Not really that much we can do until we give this stuff to Nitra. So I'm going to just say annul with Lithuania. And I'm good with that. Fish and frog legs. And let's fabricate. You know, the French capital is still here. So that's probably worth going after. Where's the rest of our stack? These guys are way behind. Somebody lost March bonus. Who was that? I clicked through it too fast. Is it Hungary? 385 times 4. It's probably, yeah, I think it's Hungary. Okay, there's the French capital. Easy peasy. I don't think he has a fort there, so we capture that thing so fast. Yeah, Hungary. It is grayed out. Yep, yep. It has to be them. These other guys are nowhere near the dev of Hungary. So, that's fine. We could make him a vassal. If we want. Should we go help? Can we get here in time? Maybe. Okay, that's actually a pretty big fight. He's sending another stack. Okay. And can we catch him? Yes. And let's... They're going over here, but I don't think they can go... Yeah, we'll chase him a little bit. I do not have the free force march yet. I actually like some of these other ones first. I forget to force march. There's 2 things I forget to do all the time. Force march is 1, actually 3. Force march, scorch, and sortie from forts. And I'll admit I'm bad to not do those because there's like definitely a time and a place for those. I just forget about them. Especially sortie. I get in the comments because I'll sometimes have really close battles on forts and people say in the comments like, hey, if you sortie, you can make those way easier. And they're totally right, but I just forget. Okay, let's do... Some people do them too often and waste mill points. Yeah, maybe. That could be. Sometimes I barrage too much. Prussia-Croatia alliance, that's a little bit annoying. I haven't barraged a ton this game, but sometimes I do. Okay, let's see if France is close. They're getting there. A couple more forts and they'll be... It does have a lot of mechanics. Yep, definitely. Okay, there's a fort. Okay, well, let's keep capturing these a little bit. Let's go check on Latin Empire. Oh, here we go. Guys, they're rolling them. I don't know why they waited so long to do this. I'm not sure why Gurkhani doesn't push west, because, I mean, they've got these marked as yellow. I mean, maybe they don't want to do Sunni on Sunni violence, but they did before when they took 80% of Arabia. Is there some mechanic or another you take out of the game just because you... Okay, so this is like a minor pet peeve of mine. This expand infrastructure stuff. I think they added this in Leviathan, and I'm not a huge fan of this. I know it gives you some cool stuff. You can build, multiple manufactories, but I don't find myself playing with this that often. And to me, this does not add a tremendous amount to the game. And it's difficult to explain to new players, like, when is this appropriate? When is it not appropriate? Because basically my theory on this is really only good if you're doing like an intentional tall game. Or yeah, if you're deving for institutions, it can be good, but a lot of times it's not good. So I don't know. I don't like vehemently want this out of the game, but if they patch this out of the game, I would lose no sleep. Cause it's not even like, cause I would call this was like a pretty chill, tall game. This is almost like hyper tall. Like you're doing a Netherlands game where you don't expand beyond the Low Countries. You're going for 70 dev. It's like that kind of tall. Because yeah, it does jack up your gov cap. So that is what immediately comes to mind. The colony stuff, I think, should be rethought and like reworked. But obviously in a game in this area, you have to have some kind of colony system. So I don't think they should just delete it. Inno's okay. I don't have like a huge beef with Inno. I'm trying to think if there's any other mechanics that really bug me. Nothing jumps out. The first thing that comes to mind is the infrastructure stuff. Other than that, I think I'm at least like neutral to support most of the other mechanics in the game. I don't know. You guys might come up with some other ones that I just can't think of off the top of my head. Army professionalism is... I'm kind of neutral on it. It's okay. But that is not like a huge addition to the game, in my opinion. It doesn't do a ton. Naval doctrines, those are so minor that I don't have strong feelings about them. I like when they have some like the cool, unique naval doctrines. Like if you do one of the Greek culture nations and you can get like, what's the name of their one? It's like, is it like, it's like some Roman name. It's like some Roman naval manual or something. It improves galley combat ability. That's kind of cool. I like that. But yeah, the army professionalism, I don't like the fact that you can cheese slacken with events and stuff. I don't like doing that. And I get this comment all the time where it's like, don't forget to slacken before that event. You'll get, triple the manpower. It feels cheesy because the AIs don't know to do that. And like the last thing you need in this game is more advantages over the AI. And plus, just from like a realism perspective, you're telling me like whatever this event is, like recruits rally to the banner or whatever, it's like, we can press one button and instead of 5,000 recruits, it's 15,000. Yeah, Tactica, that's the name of the naval doctrine. Yeah, that sounds right. I like some of those. But yeah, the slack and cheese, I'm not a huge fan of. But that's a lot of like explanation to type out. So usually I just like let those comments go. And that's another case where like min-max wise, you are definitely better off doing that. It's just a question of like personal preference, I guess. I'm going to barrage this. I want to go fight these guys up here, and I don't want this to take forever. What is this, guys? I've never seen this event because I don't think I've played the Pope this far into the game. Cleansing of some... Well, is this supposed to be marshes? Shouldn't this be an S? Is this like, is that in Italian, marsh is march? Am I missing something there? Is that a typo or am I missing something? Maybe in Italian, marsh is march. That's possible. I don't know. It's kind of cool. I like those little events like that. You guys don't think so? Is it a typo? Could be either way, guys, with this game. Okay, there's the siege. Guys, I wish we had more siege pips. We've got pretty good shock. Do I just try to roll another guy for siege pips? I think I do. 1. Are we over on leaders? Now we're fine. Okay, so that's not marsh in Italian. Well, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Definitely a typo. Let's go see if we can get here in time. Yes, we can. And they're close on white piece. Let's take like another fort or something. Even with the typo and even as like not fleshed out as that was, I still like those little flavor events. Like, I don't know. I know it's a small thing, but they're cool to me. Okay, they will take white piece. I think we want... to annul here. And I think that's fine. So just a little bit more and we'll take that deal. Theocratic Iceland. Hey, it'd be like our other game, except we went Norse. Let's dev a little bit. And let's upgrade. How much is this? We'll just do it. We've actually got a bunch of gold. We could probably finish off like some of these. And maybe some of these, even though they're not much gold. And those are definitely good. Yep. You get a bunch of events for conquering Egypt. Yeah. Yep, they have a lot of those events even on small tags. And that's one of the things that, like, I don't think that's going to be in EU5 right away. You know, I know they're talking about how much unique flavor and stuff there is, but my understanding is a lot of that unique flavor is just in the tech tree. And like, you're telling me if I play like an OPM or like some small nation, I'm going to get unique events 250 years into the game? Like, I doubt it. I really do. And maybe we'll get there eventually with some DLCs. All right, France, have you had enough yet? Yes, you have. Okay, France is out. Confirmed it's a typo. Is that worth, like, are they even patching this game anymore? Is that worth, like, letting Paradox know? Because that would seriously be so easy for them to fix. Literally just go into the data file and fix a typo. All right, let's head east. Are they still patching this game? Or is this like in-state EU4? Okay, thanks, Sharon. Oh, you don't think they'll fix it? I think it's still worth reporting, and maybe they will, maybe they won't, but it's worth letting them know, because it's so easy. That would literally take somebody like 3 minutes to fix, probably. That late game, I wonder that too. Okay, England's giving up more stuff. Where are these? Is this stuff in, like, Indonesia? I think that's... Oh, it's up here. Guys, what is this? English Cascadia is occupied by Vijayanagar. What is this? What war? What the hell's going on in this game? Guys, Vijayanagar, this is the revenge of like the British Raj here. Vijayanagar declared an imperialism war on England. If anybody deserves an imperialism war from a Indian Hindu nation, it's England. Like, straight up. Oh, Delhi. Okay, so that's Jaunpur must have formed them, because this was Jaunpur. I think I'm mispronouncing that, but yeah, Delhi was wiped out over here, but Jaunpur had the cores and stuff to form them. That's actually kind of cool. So they're kind of back, and they're allied to Vijay. Yep. Yeah, Gurkhani, for some reason, they're at 500k. They could go in. At 500k, honestly, they could probably deck on the Latin Empire. I mean, between us, they've got the numbers. I think we have the quality, but maybe they're afraid of the Crusade I'd call on them. They can't deal with the Crusade, maybe. I do want them to take Delhi and go Mughals. I think that would be cool. But I don't think it's going to happen. All right, let's go. They're down. Okay, they don't have many guys left at all. Styria, I want you to annul with Lithuania and Prussia. I don't care about the other guys. Oh no. Oh no, guys, they were willing to be our ally, and now the insolence on these guys. Like, we gave them most of their land. That's unacceptable. We might have to show them the error of their ways. No, we gotta stay focused. Yeah, what happened to our trust? You know, we still have favors with them. Should we, like, jack up trust? Does that even work now? You need 50 opinion. Yeah, it might be too late for that. I mean, they have, like, some dev. Their army's not that much smaller. Although we could expand our army. We're making a lot of gold now. Thank you, Strike. I appreciate that. You can get to 50. I maybe could get to 50. So... yeah, get to 50, jack up trust, and see if they'll drop us as rival. Let's do that after this war. Maybe. Because if it works, I want to try to offer him an alliance. Remind me after this war, in case I get distracted, which I probably will. Let's just head into Eastern Lithuania here. Yeah, maybe mill access. I don't know if they'll want mill access from a rival. Maybe a cardinal could have potential. Okay, Mainz is giving up provinces. Come on, Mainz, that's not it. Don't do that. You're making it harder releasing Protestant provinces. And I plan to take a big chunk out of Lithuania here. So this, I think we're going to go for close to 100 war score. Well, this event is so expensive for what it is, this canals thing. But, I mean, we're pretty rich now, so who cares? Should I pull off these and fight? This one's at 14. What level fort is this? Level 8. These guys are going to be a little bit isolated down here. I actually think I am going to pull off. And let's come back this way. These get so glitchy sometimes. Okay, let's pull back. And that's fine. We'll have enough guys coming in. Yeah, okay. Sometimes when you're on a siege and you pull them off, there's a glitch where you can't give them updated move orders. You have to like click back on the siege thing and redo it. You guys know what I'm talking about? It's weird. But it's been around for a while now. But it hasn't been around forever. They like added that bug. And they never fixed it. Okay, next age ability. Let's do the artillery one. Yeah, it's a fort zone of control thing. Yeah, it probably is. See, look at this. 8 artillery rolls. And we're getting this. We only have 20,000 cannons. But we're still getting it because they count as 40 because of that. That's a policy, right? The my word is my bond. I think we looked that up before. Yeah, that's the divine espionage policy. It's kind of good. Because otherwise having 40k artillery stacks, it's doable. But I know some people do the cannon only stacks. But I don't like leaving them that unprotected. So then if you're doing like 40 cannon, 20 infantry, 60k is a lot to be walking around. We'll lose the stab here because our Diplo is kind of hard to get. And then after this war, it's going to be Operation Make Friendly with Switzerland. See if we can do it. Come on. There we go. All right, let's see if we can catch these guys down here. Let's get them in Vladimir. Okay, they don't want to do that. We'll get them over here, maybe. Yes. Perfect. Stack wipe. And let's take this. Okay, this is a sidetrack. How is he doing a nationalism war against this guy? What is Spain's culture? Did he somehow get like a Spanish culture province somewhere? This is like a super sidetrack, but he must have. Here, Castilian. Okay. East Timor. Yeah. It's just weird to see that nationalism war. Okay, so we got a lot of war score. Let's start figuring out the peace deal, maybe. Or let's get Astrakhan. It's gonna take Croatia forever. We'll come down and help them. We'll just fully occupy it, and it'll be easier to split up that way. Have I thought about getting an improved graphics mod? I've had a couple requests for that. Maybe. I think the base game doesn't look too bad. I know some people like really think the mods improve it. I would consider stuff that makes it a little bit like more accessible in terms of like, because I know this stuff is small for you guys. So I wouldn't rule it out. I haven't seen one that just jumps out at me like, oh, that looks awesome, I gotta have it. Yeah, I agree with you, Sharon. I have seen some of those mods where I'm like, I kind of think that's worse, but I'm not ruling out there might be like the perfect mod out there that improves it. But I have heard that from other people. So yeah, I'm not sure on that one. I'm so used to the base game at this point, it would be so weird for me to actually do one of those mods, but I could probably get used to it if it makes a better experience for people. Especially, so one of the things that surprises me about my videos is a lot of people watch these on their phones, which I was not expecting for a game like this, because if you're watching on your phone, this stuff is tiny. Like, legitimately, I don't know how you see some of this stuff on your phone. I assume that most people are probably either going to watch at like a computer or at least like a tablet, but I think it's like 35% are watching these on mobile. But I don't know that there's a mod that I can do that makes it like really legible or understandable on mobile, just because of the limitations of the screen. Oh, you're at least one of you guys is on your phone right now. Okay, we can do some more dev here. Let's do Bergamo. Yeah, and I know some people aren't watching to follow along super closely. Yeah, and that's probably part of it. Let's dev this up to 30. And we can upgrade that. Yeah, some people just listen without watching. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen those comments too, where they're like, yeah, sometimes I'll just put on one of your videos to like chill out too while I go to sleep or whatever. I think it's because I don't like yell in my videos, but I don't yell really in real life. So if I yelled in a video, it would be like the fakest thing you've ever heard. And I don't want to do that. Okay, we've pretty much full occupied here. This is not part of the Pontic step, so we don't need to cap that. Okay, let's hand these off. Theodoro. And these are also Theodoro. It's funny that people say that, because I never thought like my voice would be that great on YouTube, but people say that, so I appreciate the compliments for sure. But that's one of the things that if I could do like an AI voice and have it not be, you know, like train an AI model on my voice, and then it would save so much time. But I know people don't like AI stuff, and I don't know how to do any of that, so don't worry, it's not in the works. Okay, we're gonna hand some of this stuff off to Nitra. Yeah, it's funny because some of the advice you'll see on like for content creators is like be yourself, but add like, you know, 25% more emotion or whatever. And I don't really know how to do that. Graphical map improvements mod. Okay, I'll take a look at it. I may have looked at that one previously. I'll take a look at it. So it improves colors and borders, doesn't affect performance. I'll take a look at it. Okay, so this is going to Nitra. That's step 1. Step 2 is we're going to give a big chunk over here to Theodoro. I think it's something like that. And Astrakhan. I think that looks pretty good. And then step 3 is probably Ruthenia. The Nitra and Kiev colors are kind of similar here. And these guys are not allied to me, so I can't take this from them. But that's fine. So this is Kiev. Yeah, my humor is fairly dry. That's true too. And these are going to be Kiev as well. That is an issue with AI voices, is there's so many like weird words in these runs and province names and stuff. That would be a major issue with it. I'm mostly joking about that. I don't think that's like anywhere near the horizon for a channel like mine. And I know people don't like that stuff either. I did like a little bit of AI stuff in one video and people really didn't like it, so I haven't messed with it since then, which is fine. It was a small part of the video in the first place, so it's not a big deal. Okay, so that's 99 war score. That's a chunk to Nitra, a chunk to Kiev, and then a whole bunch for Theodoro. I know we said we weren't going to get like super far east, and here we are, we're on the Caspian Sea, but I kind of want to give this whole region to Theodoro. And I think we were also going to look at their mission tree. Because isn't there something we could do with these guys? Like their dev them up and give them a center of trade. Yeah, let's look at that real quick too. Okay, I think I like this peace deal. And let's go with it. Kind of funky borders for Nitra here, guys. Like, what is this? Those might be the worst borders we have of, because some of these are pretty clean. Oh yeah, we're gonna give this to Avignon too. I forget so many little things here. All right, sell this. We're gonna mess with this a little bit. Okay, he wants this thing dev'd up. That's fine. Was it 15 or 20? Oh, it has to do with the province trade power. So we might build him like a marketplace or something here. Why does the AI like these conscription centers so much? Like, he's probably not even using his full unit cap. $16. He's not. AI loves those things. Let's give him 25 dev. Makes this a world port. Yeah, well, why not? Okay. I may not be able to. I mean, he's got other... a couple other, like, trade modifiers in... It's Crimea, I think, that we're looking for, right? It's kind of weird how... the game calls these... capital, province, trade power, at least 20... capital, Theodoro has... Sometimes the game calls these trade nodes by funky names. Have you guys seen that? So, like, you'll get an estate mission and it'll call it, like, the Black Sea trade node. But it's... they mean, like, Crimea. Yeah, isn't that funky? Yeah. I'm not sure what's up with that. Like, why can't it just say in the Crimea trade zone? Yeah, it's weird. Sometimes you have to think about it for a second. Like, wait, what are you talking about? Okay, so he's at trade power 12, but that's before we do the stock exchange. That will get him past 20. How much help? Oh, he's not even close. He's at 9%. We'll see what we can do for him. That one has a stock exchange. This one does not, but I'd have to dev this thing to 20 just to get it for him. Yeah, we're committed now, guys. And I think that's it. Short of giving him another level. I'm not doing another level 3 here. Oh, was it 20 or 30? Oh, you're right. Oh well. We just gave him some free stuff. Yeah, because the province will get 20 as soon as that finishes. So that gives him this thing. He still needs to just hire a level 1 trader advisor. I can't make him do that. And that would give him Gothia. So the thing we're going to be waiting for, guys, is will he ever hire a trader advisor? Yeah, watch as he never does. That's entirely possible. That's all we're waiting on for him to get a bunch of permaclaims, even though we're not giving him more land. But Gothia, discounted commandant, some manpower, and some power projection. Yeah, let's check his income. That's not it. So he's not running advisors right now at all. And if we pay off his debt, maybe he will. We just paid off his debt. How did he get into 320 debt that fast? I could give him subsidies. We're trying hard to like make this happen here. We'll give him like 13 for 20 years. That's fine. He's not going to get the right advisor. He's going to get what would be like the derpiest Diplo advisor in this current scenario for Theodoro. Like spy network, maybe. He can't do colonial range because he doesn't have any colonists. Otherwise, yeah, he definitely would do that. What's like the second most derpy? A lot of these are good. There's a lot of good Diplo advisors. I don't know. I have confidence in the AI to pick like the least good option. All right, let's bring our army back, and then we're going to mess with Switzerland and try to get these guys back to friendly. So let's bust out all the tools we got. So let's start with a cardinal. That's 50. That's actually pretty big. We could... That's not happening. I don't think they'll do access. Oh no, we're actually offering them access, so we could insult somebody. I don't want to insult our friends. Can you insult while you have a truce? Perfect. So that's 43. We could do, I think, a straight up gift. What else? What else is on the table, guys? Let's see how much a gift would be for them. I think it'd be a lot because their economy's not bad. Let's see. Oh God, it's gonna be expensive. Oh God, guys. Oh, that's only 8. It'd be like 3 grand just to get 25. I only need +7. That's true. We could just improve. Are we not already? Oh, we could guarantee. Okay, there's 50. And then let's dump this into favors or trust. Favors into trust, I mean. So April 11th. Okay. Yep, guys are coming back. Okay, here we go. And we need... Is that 35 would get us to 99. Does it let you do more than you can even get? That's like all our favors. Gets us to 94. And is that enough? He's also rivaled... We're allied to like 3 of his like rivals or enemies. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen here. This might not work. Yeah, that's true. He's locked in for a bit, so it might take a minute. That's true. They can't just like switch super quickly. That was a pretty good expansion over here in the east. If he gets the age ability for it. That is... isn't that for the previous age? Isn't that Age of Absolutism? And it's kind of a crappy one. A bunch of them in Age of Absolutism I'm not a fan of. These ones are way better. In the Age of Revolutions, like almost all of these are good. Yeah, pretty much all of these are good. Age of Absolutism, you've got some crappy ones. Like the border fort one is trash. Like even if you're big and your rival's big, at most you might have what, like 3 or 4 border forts. And so best case scenario, that ability might save you like a couple gold per month. We have helped mines. They are doing well, but we helped them. But they were doing well even before then, so I don't want to diminish what they did. Their patriarch is Lithuanian, but I guess with Theocracies, they're just picking... They might have picked foreign noble. Yeah, it's a Jagiellonian or whatever. Yeah, it's kind of funny, right? Yeah. If you go to dynasties, they actually show up even if it's a theocracy. I like this. Their dynasty over here is just of Gothia for these guys. That's kind of a cool dynasty. But you've got all these random ones that are just from Theocracy, like random selections. Yeah. Okay. So here's some revolutionaries, Bohemian revolutionaries. If anybody was to go revolutionary in Europe, it would probably be Bohemia because, you know, the monarchy thing really did not work out for those guys. Let's make sure Aztec. Aztec is back up to 42k. I should just let them deal with these colonies and not call them in. I kneecapped them with that. They got bum rushed. They were pieced out before we even captured Lisbon. That's how fast they got like swarmed. We can see if he has debts. No debts. He's got all that gold, guys. How can you be in debt when you've got this? I mean, now inflation on the other hand, he's probably got some inflation going on too. I don't think the revolution has spawned anywhere yet. No. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know if that's just normal or if it's because we've done weird stuff to Europe. I don't know what's going on with the revolution. Okay, so we got Switzerland. Was there something else we were going to do at peace? Or was that it? We did our stuff with Theodoro. We did our stuff with Switzerland. I think we did our stuff. So now we have to decide what the next target is here. Truce with France. We could do another HRE. I think that's probably the way to go. A former HRE. Brunswick. Brunswick is an option. Is there a way to check and make sure, like, your buddies don't have overextension? Also, it's funny to me, this is the capital of mines. So all their expansion has been east and north. Their capital is still, like, a border province. And it's a World Trade Center. With 44 dev. But, like, he has not expanded at all in this direction. Maybe we should change that for him. Well, technically, North Germany, he's on the border. We could give him some of this stuff. Okay, so somebody pasted, Shayren pasted the revolutionary stuff. 30 dev, has enlightenment, does not have religious center. Country is a great power, has embraced enlightenment, is not a subject, is not Papal States. It's so how does, like, France not qualify for this? Like, they have certainly 30 dev in multiple provinces here. I'm sure they have enlightenment. They do. Not a subject. It seems to me like there are provinces. Yeah, that must be it. Is we just haven't hit the timer. And it's just going long. Yeah, so it'll pop up somewhere. It'll probably pop up in, like, a really inconvenient spot for us. Guys, there's 2 republics left and 3. They're barely holding on over here. Not much longer. Revolutionary Gurkhani? Yeah, I'm down with that. We could go after these guys. That's pretty easy. Brunswick. Pretty easy. Yeah, none of these guys are like a major threat. Holy moly. The meantime is 600 years. With lots of modifiers. Okay. Okay, so it's going to have to be somebody with lots of the, like... Yeah, this is the lower multipliers. That's crazy. That's so long. I forgot Scandinavia's got 2 random provinces here. This is a Catholic theocracy. We don't need to mess with these guys. We can leave them be. So are these guys. Augsburg is a Catholic theocracy. So actually we've got a decent number of Catholic theocracies here. Let's do Brunswick. Okay, somebody's got a question here. I'm trying to do Byzantium, Mare Nostrum run for a while. Running into a problem with PUs of Austria, Spain. Is there a way to make them not PU all of Europe? No, that's kind of just like bad RNG. And I know that can be brutal to fight through. Especially if they like ally each other. They PU all of Europe and then they ally each other, and then every war turns into like a 12-year war. Sometimes I hate to say restart the run because I like trying to power through and just do what I can, but sometimes things can just go so poorly for you in the rest of Europe that a run can be non-viable and it's not your fault, if that makes sense. Where like you did your expansion as Byzantium just fine, but you just got super unlucky with the rest of Europe. Yeah, I'm sorry. I wish I had an easy way, but there's just times where that's how it is. It kind of sucks. Same thing with like, sometimes you'll have a biz game and it'll just be like Giga France. Like, usually not in the British Isles, but you can have Giga France that's like well into the HRE. They have the Low Countries. They're into Spain. They're into Italy. They've got 2,500 dev, and it's just a pain to fight. Okay. Let's do Brunswick. France is defender of the Reformed faith. They'll already dishonor because they don't like Brunswick. What a good defender of the faith. Wait, do they want the land? Guys, I think France wants their country back. Let's do this. Great Holy War. These should not mess anything up. The only one that would mess things up, would Liège mess this up? No, they're good. And Switzerland is not with us, otherwise they would probably mess it up. Okay, let's do it. Let's get our guys up here. And this is probably the last war for tonight. This should not be super long. and we'll get mines some more land here, and then we'll probably call it before it gets too late. And my plan is, let's see, today's Wednesday night. I'm probably going to stream tomorrow night and then take a break over the weekend because I have somebody coming in from out of town, and then maybe pick back up Monday. So I'll probably not stream the holiday weekend. Yeah, it is basically Belgium right now. It is. Hey, did Latin Empire, are they still fighting? Like, hasn't this war been going on forever? And Ethiopia's in on the fun too. Pretty decent Ethiopia game, guys. 202k. That's not bad. Unfortunately, his neighbor to the east is allied to Gurkhani. So that's out. Yeah, this has actually turned into quite a long run. I think part of it is if I was doing this single player, I do more speed 5. I find that like when I'm streaming, I play more on speed 4, partially for like performance, so I don't get like frame drops, but also just to keep it a little bit slower so I can read chat. Okay, Aztec's going to try to get their revenge on Portuguese Mexico. More power to them. We'll try not to mess it up for them this time. And also, if this was single player, I might be like getting, oh guys, we came in clutch. EU4 God smiled on us. Check this out. The dream. The Delhi revolution. I don't care what happens over here. If they do it, if they don't do it. About as far as could be. Yeah, I mean, it could be in like China or Japan or something, but on it, this is good enough. This is definitely good enough. Delhi is the 8th rank great power. Yeah, so as far as great powers, they are the furthest. Yeah. Gurkhani still hasn't done the Enlightenment? Guys. And they're not even that close. Somebody shared it with them, but... Huh. Okay, whatever. That is a trash ruler. That feels like the least Aztec ruler ever. 0 admin, 3 diplo, 0 military, balanced personality. Yeah. Get that guy out of there. ASAP. And you know, these other theocracies, they literally have a reform that lets you see, if they choose to do it, all the traits of the possible rulers. Now, I don't think the AI is smart enough to take that, but that one is actually a really good reform because you can get like overpowered rulers the rest of the game. Because I think with theocracies, don't you have 5 choices? So you basically have 5 roles, and sometimes you can get, you know, like 5, 6 5s. You can get super good rulers. But knowing the AI, they didn't take that reform. They took something silly. Actually, we can check, can't we? Here. So that one is pretty far down. It's like... Do you guys know which one he took instead? Because I'm not seeing... I don't think he took the right one. To nobody's surprise. Yeah. Oh well. AI gonna AI. Yeah, if you have no one good, just pick the oldest. Yeah. Usually you can get at least somebody decent. You're not guaranteed to get like some, you know, 566 god, but at the very least you can get like usually like a 344 or something average to above average. Because the main thing is you just don't want like 011 trash. And that's okay. Here's the Mamluk peace deal. Okay, so guys, they did it. They left that one province that we were worried about. They're so close to connecting. They're so close, guys. They might clean it up. So now that they have it, now that they take that land, it's now their top foreign policy priority in the world to take that. Now, after the peace deal. Okay. Yeah, pursuit of knowledge. That sounds right. And I did not see that in the list. He went, I think, did he do combat heresy? Not that this matters that much. Nope, he went expulsion of heathens for dev cost and culture conversion. This one's going pretty well. We're actually pretty far into this run, as you can see from 1725. We've been remaking Europe in our image with, these are all Catholic theocracies that are either allied to us or subjects, almost all of them. Switzerland is sort of the lost sheep of the group. France has been exiled. France is like the New England here. Lots of funky tags. Theodoro, Nitra, Kiev, Croatia. Yeah, this France, they took over England by themselves. So by the time of our first war, they had all of the British Isles and pretty much the entire French region. And we have taken this away from them as well as a little chunk of the Low Countries. And we'll take more. We're at least going to boot them off the continent. I don't know if we're going to get to all of the UK or British Isles. But run's going pretty well. Let's barrage this because I don't want to wait for minus 64. Oh god, it's not our siege. And their siege ability is way worse than ours. Can I try to get them to like step off of this? Here, mine's like go take everything else. You guys think this will work? I don't think this will work. I'm desperate. Go, 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 guys. Go somewhere else. Okay, a bunch of truces are up. No, mines, get off. And he's here with like 4,000 guys. So we have 20,000 cannons led by like the best siege people in the world. Like, check this out. Let's go to military quality. And we'll take this out. Let's look at siege ability. We have the best siege engineers in the world. And we have 20,000 cannons here. And we're desperate, please just let us take over the siege. And mine has got these bunglers here. No, we got this. Stand back. We got this. Okay. Minus 64%. And what are his siege ticks? 24 days. Ours would be like half that. Maybe we just don't give him that land because he's going to take so long. The AI never listens to you from my experience. Well, at least he got a breach. England still is, I'm pretty sure, let's check culture real quick. I'm pretty sure this is all still English. It is. That would have been really disrespectful if France just did like a mass culture conversion. I mean, this is already pretty disrespectful, and we're looking at this, guys. London got renamed. It literally means like French domain. Like, Scotland, I think Scotland got like expelled. I think the English might have like expelled them like to colonies or something. I don't know. They were here a while ago. No, yeah, you're right. The English never held it because France got it in a PU. So France is manually culture converting Scotland to English. Like, why would France do that? I guess the English is accepted and Scottish is not, and it's as simple as that. Yeah, it is Reform France. All kinds of funky stuff this game. Funky stuff that like we didn't even have a part in. And now we're just coming in and like a wrecking ball in Northern Europe here. So if they don't want to accept a culture, they'll actually do manual conversions. Okay. It's weird how sometimes the AI will do culture conversions and sometimes they'll just not, it seems like. Yeah, we can check province history like in Edinburgh or something here. So let's scroll down. Adopted English culture in 1665. That was certainly under French occupation and then stopped being a core of Scotland. So yeah, France did it with the culture conversion. I didn't think they would do that, so learning something new. Okay, Nitra, that's fine. We're way over on Diplo. We're 14 out of 7. Just because we're allied to so many of our buddies here in Europe. You know, could we drop like Riga? Like, is Riga really doing much for us, guys? And are they under threat? Well, they kind of are. Lithuania, I guess, could slam into them. But they do have a truce. Should we drop Riga? Just to save on the slot? They're messing with our stuff here in Scandinavia. Remember, they want our like stuff that we're going to split up. Let's do that. Edinburgh has, that's a permaclaim. That's an English permaclaim. When you do culture conversions like that, it does not get like a free core. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think that could be like exploitable if that's how that worked. Okay, let's see how much mines will take here. Yeah, separatists are a different deal. Separatist rebels will put cores all over the place. Let's see here. And mines does want all of this. Let's take one more. Yeah, separatist rebels do set up a core for whoever. Okay, we're losing forts here because I should really upgrade these forts. Now that we have money, I'm going to upgrade these forts that we talked about. It's kind of embarrassing that they're falling this quickly. And we could come down here too. Although we're at 91 war score. We probably don't have to fight. Okay, let's see how much mines will take. Wow, that's it? They don't want it. So we had that one war where they take like 15 provinces. And now they only want 3? Are you serious? Is it AE? I mean, they've got some AE, but like, who are they worried about? We'll protect them. They have truces with most of these guys. What do I think of the other manufactories? Those are kind of like... Well, let's take a look at them. They're like super situational. So ramparts... Well, okay, I'll tell you, let's start with like my least favorite stuff. Guys, I never build these. Do you guys build these? And I don't even know that they're bad. It's just I forget about them. Like coastal defense and naval battery. I don't even remember to do this stuff. Because here's my thing. When I get coastal rated by AIs, it annoys me, but instead of doing the coastal defense stuff, I just go take their land and either make it mine or do a vassal or a march or something. I'm not gonna like go through my whole coastline like, you know, those North Africans are a problem. Let's get naval batteries in every coastal province. Like, I'm not doing that. So I'm not a huge fan of these. Even though I think in the right circumstances, they're probably not that bad, especially hostile fleet attrition +5 seems high, but I don't know. I never mess with them. I don't know if these are good or bad. I just know I don't use them. Furnaces are cool. Soldiers' households are cool. State house, kind of meh. Impressment offices. The only time I would build an impressment office is if I'm trying to get a Chivo that requires you to get like sailors out the wazoo. Like there's that one in Southeast Asia where you need sailors out the wazoo and you're just stacking sailor modifiers all game. Otherwise, I don't really get this thing. And then ramparts are kind of situational, but I do build them every once in a while. Honestly, I kind of forget about ramparts. But they're not bad. 15% defensiveness, but the dice roll bonus is even better than the 15%. So the only time I remember to do these is if it's like, you know, the Persian mission tree has you building like a western wall with forts and ramparts, and then like an eastern wall over here towards India. Otherwise, if I'm just doing a normal game like this game, ramparts up here in the Alps probably would have been decent, but I just kind of forget about them. Yeah, you can expand infrastructure and get both. I'm not a huge fan of this. We were talking about this earlier, but in that case, when you want multiple manufactories, it is useful for sure. So, and then obviously the production buildings are super good. So build those all the time. But this has to be like, does anybody build these regularly? Like, have you guys seen like other streamers do it? Do you guys do that in your games? Do people do this in multiplayer? Is there like a niche use for this that I'm not aware of? Like maybe in multiplayer, but I don't really watch that much multiplayer. They just seem funky to me. And like blockade force required, that's not that great either. Yeah, roleplay, maybe roleplay. If you're doing like some knights roleplay where you can only have islands and you want to like fortify up and like get into the whole thing, maybe that's it. Yeah, only when missions. That's what and there aren't even that many missions that require like naval battery stuff. Okay, so these guys only want 3 provinces. That's kind of a bummer. But we were gonna give North Germany to these guys, so we don't have a ton of options here. I guess we do the 3 and we'll just come back, I guess. That feels like an underwhelming war. Not that it was that hard, but 3 provinces in 1725 is kind of a bust. Let's upgrade some of these other forts. Check his unrest, see if he's got like overextension or something going on. Oh, he does. So I think he must be like really admin choked. He does have overextension. The 4.85, that's more than he would get for just those 3 provinces. So maybe he like still hasn't cored. Let's check his cores. No, it looks to me like he's cored most everything. Unless am I missing something obvious here? Okay, down here. Territorial core, not a core. Nope, you guys are right. These are not all cored up. Yep, okay. So I guess we need to give him a break and let him core. Okay, that's fine. That's a 5-year truce. 3-year truce. 14-year truce. I wonder if we could get Lithuania in another war just to white peace them to drop the truce. Like hit the Palatinate and truce reset Lithuania. Yeah, let's check his ruler. I mean, he's got 5 admin. That's pretty good. I don't know. We did give him a lot of land. It felt to me like it's been long enough. Maybe he just like teched admin and was low on admin, and then we gave him a huge chunk of provinces, and he just can't keep up. Oh, were they allied with... Okay, that's unfortunate. You're right. But yeah, we could do that. What's our truce like with Styria? 4 years. Two years on what's left of Spain. Portugal's up. Should we kick Portugal off the continent? They're allied to Ethiopia, but I don't really care about that. Not calling Aztec this time. I don't need to get them jacked up again. Let's do this. Can Latin Empire take Ethiopian lands? Do they want them? Kind of. They've got permaclaims down here. Latin Empire actually has fewer troops than Ethiopia. 202 to 182. It's kind of surprising. Are these guys in like mega debt again? No. Ethiopia has 500 debt. We could do that. That's a free co-belligerent. It doesn't hurt to do that. We could at the very least let him finish his mission here. I don't remember what if this mission gives you anything good. I think completing the Egypt mission gives you some like claims in Ethiopia and lets you go get like the Ark of the Covenant. Have you guys done that as like a Crusader state? It's kind of funny. I mean, it's like ridiculous, obviously, but and like in EU4's universe, the Ark of the Covenant is like in Ethiopia. Do we help him? Do we help the Latin Empire get the Ark of the Covenant? Oh, when he forms Latin Empire, though, I thought he kept the Crusader State mission tree. He doesn't get Biz's mission tree here, does he? I don't think so. I thought he kept Crusader States because he started as knights. But even if we were to go get him the Ark of the Covenant, would we know? Like, is that a global event that pops? We're really getting distracted here with the Ark of the Covenant. We're doing, this is now the Pope is allied with Indiana Jones. Portugal, yeah, they do migrate to Brazil, but I think, doesn't that happen after they're off the continent, at which point we don't care anymore? We could find out. Okay, let's call Latin Empire Aragon. Okay, why won't other people join? Distance. Guys, Avignon is 4K in debt. What are you doing? Should we do an Avignon bailout? We're so friendly, guys. How are we so friendly? Here you go. Rewarded for your financial ineptitude again. Actually, we might have bailed somebody else. I know we bailed out the Latin Empire. That might be our first Avignon bailout. So they're in. Mine's is just distant war, distant war. Okay. So we'll co-CB. We'll do imperialism. And let's call this thing. Aztecs are staying out. I don't even know where my guys are. Germany. Alright, let's come on down. Although Aragon is probably going to want this land, and we're going to give it to Galicia, but it doesn't matter that much. Maybe we can get down here in time. Probably not. We probably should have staged this in Galicia, and then we could have just rushed it. But it's not a huge deal. Guys, read this event. Jubilee in Mexico. The arch Trappist of Aztec has convoked a Jubilee in Mexico. Let's do it. That's my favorite type of Jubilee. This game. Okay, that's a little bit annoying. Mine's allied Lithuania, but we'll find a way to break that up. Yeah, can I wish I could like distract these guys. Maybe I send them here. Maybe if I tell Aragon to like go get this nonsense. You're desperately needed in Morocco. Leave this stuff alone, please. Oh, it's no. They'll like step off for a second, then they're back. Okay, we got one guy here. Let's take that. Okay, we've got at least one. That guy's still black flag. Okay, that's Avignon. We can take that from him. AI's greedy. It's my fault. He's not going to step off this, I don't think. Okay, well that guy stepped off it, but we'll take that back. So we've got the top two. How do I get this guy off? I don't know that I can. I've already marked a bunch of stuff. Can I mark more? Aragon, we need you down here so badly. He's not buying it, guys. You like all these objectives. This is Hearts of Iron style, guys. We've set our front line and the battle plan or whatever, and the AI's disregarding. Okay, new pope. 215. So this is kind of, although we're still Curia controller, so that's cool. This guy's kind of mediocre. That's 8 total. Let's see what trade he gets. Okay, well advised is fine. He's okay. He's not like the worst ever. Let's go get the crusade thing again. Yeah, that one's fun. To the battlefield he goes. Maybe. Do we need any generals? Next time a general dies, I'll consider it. Or actually, let's see how what his stats are. Man, he's not even that good of a general, guys. I mean, 6 fire or 6 shock, that's pretty good, but no siege pips, 1 maneuver, 4 fire. For this stage of the game, that's kind of like a mid general. I don't even think he's that good at being a general. Yeah, okay for battle, exactly. I like having siege pips, especially right now, because we don't really have a good siege pip guy. Like, look at this. We've got all these fire and shock pips. Like, our generals are great at shock. We've got some fire generals. We got 1 maneuver general. And then look at the siege pips, guys. like ones. I almost think, do I roll? The problem, okay, that was a 3. That's actually much better. Miltech. We are not ahead. We could go 26 here at any time. Yeah, let's check army professionalism. We're close. Yeah, I could start. The problem with rolling generals is it's kind of like a slot machine, and once you start spinning, you don't want to stop. And next thing you know, you've dumped like 400 mil points, and you just have a bunch of trash generals, and then you're firing them left and right. And that's probably a personal issue. But it's an issue for me. Yup. Okay, I'm not the only one. It's like surely the one more roll, and I'll get the six siege guy. He's one roll away. Spoiler alert: he's not one roll away. He's an infinite number of rolls away. U4 player issue. Oh, there's a reason I don't go to casinos in real life. That's as close as I get to the slot machines, and it's probably for the best. Okay, Gurkhani's going after... Where's this guy? That's right, the meme, 90% of general rollers stop one roll before they hit it big. That's absolutely right. He's going... Okay, he forced this out. This is one of the things he forced out during that ridiculous peace deal, and now he's going after him. They're Tingri with Vajrayana Buddhist as the syncretic faith. Interesting. I think he had better choices there, but whatever. Are siege pips rarer than others or something? They feel that way. I don't actually know the math on that. They do feel that way because, yeah, I feel... Yeah, but that might be, like, in my head. That's not a winning gambling mentality. I think I've gotten like 5 siege before. Sharon, is that real, or are you making those up? I don't gamble, I play roguelikes. It's real. Okay, it definitely feels real. So that makes sense. Okay. What is our AT? Is that why? See, our army tradition's pretty good, guys. 83. I feel like we should be getting... I mean, this guy we just got recently, that's pretty good. 6 fire, 3 shock, 3 maneuver, 3 siege. That I can't complain with that. But all these like 1 and 0 siege guys are a little bit underwhelming. Because usually at this stage of the game, I like to siege 2 forts at once. So I really like to have 2 generals with at least a few siege pips. But I guess 1 is better than none. We could tech up mill here. And we could do a little bit of rolling. You guys are talking me into gambling. It's interesting that this tier gives you so many infantry choices. Now, we could do like a careful analysis of the pips, or we could just say, as the Papal States, we want white coats because that's our country color. That seems like a good analysis to me. And we'll go with these Latin guys because we're playing in Italy. Yeah. This is the advanced analysis you guys come here for. This is vibes-based gameplay right here. Okay, and this siege is taking forever. Why is this siege taking so long when we've got... Guys, why does Portugal have, like, high-level fort defense on a hills tile? Royal Academy of Fortification, Artillery, and Drawing. What is that, a national idea? It is. I didn't know they got fort defense. Then again, I haven't played Portugal in like 7 years, so... Defensive mentality. Luck. Yeah, okay. There you go. It's not vibes. It's God told me to do it. There you go. Once you reach a certain point, you can get away with like so much nonsense. Oh, there we go, guys. The dream. They love us. 154. The dream is back online. We'll forgive the lamb who went astray here. And because that's just what we need is another Diplo relation over the top. Guys, this siege is brutal. I don't know why this is so brutal. Defenders desert. Come on. We could go down and help out in Morocco. You've been doing a thing where you take the higher offensive pips if you're ahead of time and then swap back. I think the way to do it is depending on the kind of wars you're going to be fighting. Like in the early game, if you think you're going to be fighting like a more defensive war, obviously go for the defensive pips. You know, if the Ottomans are bordering you and you've got a mountain fort that's going to be key to everything, then that's kind of obvious. And then on the other hand, if you've expanded quite a bit and you're the aggressor and you're going to be taking offensive battles, well, then do the opposite. And then at some point you can also just switch over, because I think the differences at this point are so minor that like I don't think this is a key decision. Like the performance difference between these guys has got to be minimal. Maybe somebody could like theory craft that out and I could be wrong, but that's my impression is once you get to this many pips, they're just not that different. Okay, should we help out down here? I don't want to like super stack. We've already got 67 weight on Ceuta. Why are these guys just standing on me all the time? Guys, let's see how many attrition casualties we've taken this game. Oh God. Oh God. Guys, we're almost up to Gurkhani in attrition casualties. That's brutal. Then again, we've actually been fighting more than Gurkhani. That for as big as they are, and they got so big so early, these guys have been at peace a shocking amount. Like they got like 80% of this size like 150 years ago, and they've just been chilling. Like they've been chilling in the West. They were chilling in India for the longest time. They did like some minor stuff up here. One war against China. And it's like they're picking things up a little bit now. Maybe, do they have a... what type is this guy? Militarist. Okay, maybe that's why they're finally picking it up. Like maybe they had diplomats. Also, guys, Westphalia formed. Brunswick formed Westphalia. That's kind of weird. And unfortunately, we gotta wreck them. It's a reformed monarchy. Okay, why does everybody want to stand where I'm standing? Yeah, you guys might be right about the pips. I honestly, I don't know the pip stuff super well. I find you don't have to be like a pip expert to win battles. Like, it's much more, I think, about like mill tech, terrain, and generals than like pip cheese. Although, I mean, I know like High America, you get like awesome pips, and in certain like groups like early game Anatolian pips are great. But I feel like you can pick, as long as you're picking up-to-date ones, you can win wars by just like picking the right battles, terrain, generals, and all that stuff. Obviously, morale and discipline matter too. Guys, is Latin Empire just getting rolled over here? What is this? What's happening in Egypt, guys? Do we go help? I think we go help. Do I sea lift over there? Yeah, you're probably right. Oh, what is this, guys? What is this? Storming of the Bastille. Isn't the Bastille in Paris? Guys, this text doesn't make any sense. They're storming a prison in another nation. Okay. Yeah, they came back. But they should have replaced that with like the Tower of London. Or the Tower of French Domain or something. Okay, so he's going revolutionary, but I don't think we care that much. And okay, here's another question. So on the next month tick, we should get the Crush the Revolution CB, right? Or do we not get that as a theocracy? Let's see. Okay, Gurkhani took a few more provinces. Let's see if we get a CB here. Okay, our truce is up like right on cue. Okay, we don't have a Crush the Revolution CB. I guess theocracies don't get that. I did not know that, but it kind of makes sense because the only way I've ever seen that CB work, even if you're a republic, is it restores a monarchy, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure if you're playing a republic and you use Crush the Revolution, you're not installing a republic. Doesn't it just put a monarchy back? Or am I missing something? Kind of just want to deck on these guys to show them what I think of his revolution. I know we're getting sidetracked here. We talked about going to Ethiopia. I've done that CB before because it's actually a pretty good CB. The only issue with that CB, it's almost like a little mini League War because the AI does not want to come to the table. Like, they'll string out wars much longer. You know, when you go to make peace in a war, they're doing the Crush the Revolution CB they have like an extra like -50 or something in here, making it like a little mini League War. But the upside is I think it's like 50% AE, which is great, and like pretty cheap like province cost. But the issue with it is you can't take any land without also dismantling the revolution, which takes a bunch of war score. So it's one of those like sort of good news, bad news, where you can get high dev stuff for low AE, but you've got to burn, and I think Dismantle the Revolution, I think it's like 40 or 50 war score. It costs a lot. And you're probably fighting that to like 100 war score anyways. Just because of like the minus 50. So it's kind of a funky CB. But I guess I can't show it in this one. I kind of want to go up here. I kind of want to do another France thing. Oh, is that it? It's because we don't neighbor France? Oh. That might be it. So do we just jack a province from somebody to neighbor them? We could do that. I mean, we could take a province. We have a truce with these guys. Why is... Oh, they're allied to some nonsense here. Who's he going after? Berg? That's going to get these guys jacked up. Oh, you think we need the counter-revolution triggered modifier, and that you only get if you're next to them. So maybe we don't want to be next to them because that counter-revolution modifier, is that the one... Isn't one of those kind of nasty? With like +8 unrest or something? I don't think the crush makes them a theocracy, but I'm kind of curious too. So... What's the best way for us to border France? Is there like a cheeky way here? Do they have colonies? Guys, the French... Well, they've got South Georgia, that's like it? Guys, the French colonial empire here is sad. They have one province in the Philippines? Or no, they've got a couple? That's it? Yeah, that counter revolution thing's a little bit nasty. I mean, I guess they got French Canada. So what's the best way to get up there with them? When's this truce up? 5 years? Spain actually doesn't have anything in the Philippines. Guys, why are the Mamluks down here? What is this? Is this what's left of... You guys remember like Mamluk Australia or whatever? They've got a handful of stuff left. In like the East Indies or whatever. Okay. Guys, Spain is losing in Indonesia to somebody. That nationalist war, he's losing. Good job, Spain. Good job. So it's almost hard to border him when his borders are this limited. I mean, that's it? Is over here? I mean, I guess if I want to go on like a big adventure... Thing is, I don't even have like outposts along the way, so I don't even know if I can make it that far with like attrition and stuff. I guess I could buy fleet basing rights from somebody, but now we're like... That's a lot of nonsense. Yeah, not worth it. I don't think so either. Oh, so the counter-revolution, it cares about where the revolutionary target is, because the revolutionary target is far from here. And Delhi actually has not embraced it yet. Delhi is still just a monarchy. So did Revolutionary France, was that from like missions or something, guys? How did he convert with no zeal? Don't you normally need like zeal or something? Disaster. Okay. I'm not an expert on the revolution stuff in this game by any means. I played with it a little bit, enough to know it's funky and like a lot of stuff doesn't make sense, but we could still deck on them even without Crush the Revolution. We could test that out later. Because this is probably not one war's worth of stuff. The dev is too high. Like, this stuff up here, 42, 42, 45, 30, 29, 35, 20. And then here in France isn't quite so bad. 23, 14. That's probably 2 wars. Yeah, they couldn't stop the Bastille from being stormed because they didn't own it. That's right. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I might actually, I'm with you, call the shot. And I think I might call it here. It's getting late and I got to work again in the morning. So we can think about this and we're not super close to the end of the Portugal War because we only have 14% war score. So let's pick this up tomorrow night. We'll keep going on Portugal. We'll definitely do something about France. Okay, so let's see. Attacker must be neighbors. Independent, not revolutionary, nor have a truce. Defenders revolutionary. So that makes it sound like if we're neighbors or close enough, we could get crush the revolution on them. Okay. I think what's going to happen with that is it just kicks them back to monarchy, which really doesn't help us. But 50% AE and province war score is probably still worth it anyways. So we'll definitely play around with that because we'll probably do at least 2 more wars against France. But I think I'm going to call it here. It's getting pretty late. So yeah, another good stream. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I will see you tomorrow, and everybody have a good night or good day.